Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy AJ. I'm here with Rage. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. It's Nets Kingdom. Follow us on Instagram at Nets Kingdom1. We got articles dropping on netskingdom.net. So check out those articles dropping. So, 76ers fans, Sixers fans, you are in for a show, man. This is the video. Dorian Finney-Smith, let me read the report. The 76ers have exploratory interest in trading for Nets forward. Dorian Finney-Smith, league sources told HoopsHype. Shout out to Mike Scotto. So this makes sense, right? 76ers need a wing. They just got Paul George. They got a great team of Eric Gordon. And they're going to need a 3-and-D wing for the future. Well, not for the future, for the championship window for Paul
Yeah,
George. And
for this championship contender that we got
yeah,
going on
so
now.
we put this, shout out to somebody on Nets Twitter put this mock trade up. What was your thoughts on this mock trade? Now, we also heard in this Hoops Hype article that the Sixers want to get rid of Paul Reed. He's either going to get traded or waived. So they put a trade package of Paul Reed, a 2028 first round Clippers pick for Dorian Finney-Smith. What do you think about this, bro?
Well, a trade like this is something I'd take.
Mhm.
Dorian was off the bench for us last year,
Yeah.
and to think that we could be able to, there's still the question mark about Daron Sharp, but being able to have another center is nice. Paul
Yeah.
Reed has been like he was consistently done well against us. It seemed like every time he's been like one of those guys. But that pick, that 2028 first round pick is
Yeah.
huge. You have no idea what that Clippers pick will be. We know what they're looking like right now. Like they're doing everything they can to get back from that PG thing.
Yeah.
And in like who knows what things look like in
It is a valuable
actually four
pick.
years from now.
It
4
is a
years from
valuable pick.
now. That's
Yeah.
huge. I think that's a deal you take for Dorian Finney-Smith. That's a guy that wasn't really playing for us too much. And if that's a first round pick to get, I mean, why not? Why
Yeah.
not? This guy already wasn't really like playing for us too much. Last like it didn't even matter really.
Yeah.
We were
Because
already not doing much. So just get what you can for that. And who knows if you hoard on to Dorian even longer. I don't know which other team's really gonna offer you, but this is a really good deal.
yeah, because Sixers fans like when I posted this on Twitter, and some Sixers fans were upset at this. I'm gonna read to what one of the Sixers fans said. He basically said, trade a potential top 5 pick for a 31-year 3-and-D role player averaging 9 points. How does that sound from an unbiased perspective? I basically responded and I said, why would you value Dorian scoring that much on a team with Maxey, PG, Joel Embiid, Eric Gordon? All DFS has to do is hit timely threes and play great defense, which he's great at. And you guys are not finding that in free agency. Then he told me the Sixers will trade 2 lottery PTD first from other years before they trade the LAC pick. And being able to absorb contracts without sending out any is valuable in this new CBA. So it makes sense. Like Sixers fans are going to watch this and be like, this Clippers pick is way too valuable. So they also have a 2028 first round of their pick that they own. I'm
You
willing,
gotta
for
be
me
willing to give
personally,
something like that.
yeah, I'm willing to put, if they want to put protections on that. I think Sean is going to ask because of Dorian Finney-Smith. He's going to ask, okay, can you take the protections off that? But me personally, I'll take a protected first round for Philly in 2028. What is your thoughts? Would you take that, bro?
Yeah, I think ultimately, even with that trade being as nice as it is for us,
Mhm.
if you're Philly, they're gonna need to get guys, but it makes sense why you wouldn't want to give up a top five, like a pick like that, because it could be even more valuable in the coming years, you know.
Yeah,
But a protected pick is also something I'd take. I like Dorian, but for us right now. I don't know how much sense, obviously he makes. He's just one of the guys that just has to go. And a guy
yeah,
like Paul Reed could make a lot of sense for us because we're still waiting to see what Daron Sharp's going to really be.
yeah,
We're still waiting. We're still waiting. We know Claxton's here,
yeah.
but at the end of the Sixers were running a three center rotation quite a bit. They had Paul Reed, Drummond, and Embiid.
Yeah.
It makes
They don't
sense
need,
for
yeah,
us.
Paul Reed is not a question.
We
The Sixers fans are not gonna hold up this trade on Paul Reed. Like, I don't think that's Paul Reed's issue. I think the issue with the Sixers fans is the type of
that
pick for
pick,
Dorian. They
that
think
pick.
Dorian is not worth a first or or unprotected first. That's what they
He
think. I
is.
think they
He is. If the 76ers want like everything,
Mhm.
and the thing is that we've talked about this. If you're a contending team, every single player you have matters. Anybody that's playing on the court has to be all right for you. There's a
Yeah,
reason these players are playing on the court in the playoffs. And Dorian would be an actual valuable piece for them. He's a
yeah.
first round pick for any contending team, in my opinion.
Yeah, because Sixers fans are gonna look at his like this Sixers fans that reply to me, they're gonna look at his box score and be like, "Oh, he's only averaging 9 points." But like as Nets fans, we can tell you, we watch every game, we cover the Nets. Dorian didn't really have a good season because again, he was coming off the bench. The team was kind of in disarray. Our coach got fired. Like a whole bunch of ish happened, causing Dorian's production not to be really good. He tweaked his ankle before the trade deadline. We thought we were going to trade Dorian. Dorian was supposed to be traded a long time ago. It wasn't last deadline. I think somebody who offered him 2 first rounds. Dorian was getting 2 first rounds.
Wasn't it the Mavs? Wasn't it
Yeah,
the Mavs?
there's teams offering 2 first rounds for Dorian when he first got here. To be honest, so his production kind of went down because again, the situation at hand. Like I said, our coach wasn't paying him that much. Coach got fired. He tweaked his ankle, came back in and out the lineup. It's like don't look at the box score. Kind of look. If I was a Sixers fan, I would just look at the production that he's going to give you being on a team that's already pretty much stacked
A contender.
a
Every
contending
team
team.
is gonna need a 3-and-D guy.
Yeah.
We've seen how much trouble these teams are
Mhm.
in if they're in if they're in like these cap aprons or
Yeah.
they just don't have money. Like you need to be able to, and any championship contending team,
Mhm.
we are watching in front of our eyes. Like this is a very competitive like every team everyone's getting competitive now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
And then,
there's obviously those top dogs, but if Philly wants to if Philly's good,
yeah.
but they need everybody. They need everybody they can get, and Dorian, that would be a solid
Yeah,
value for Dorian,
solid,
especially
bro.
right
Like this is
now.
a this is to me, this is a championship move because you think about the wing defenders for Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown. They have Kelly Oubre, Paul George, and Dorian. Like I said, you already have enough scoring because Paul George, Maxi, Embiid, all those guys are 20 plus scores. Embiid's going to give you 30. You add Eric Gordon, he's one of the best. I think did he have a six man of the year award? But he's one of the best off the bench kind of like role player guys that's going to give you buckets.
Drafted McCain, got Drummond back, which is why it
Yeah,
makes
got
sense why
Drummond
they're gonna
back.
move off Paul Reed. They've been doing
So
some stuff,
Eric
but like I
Gordon,
said,
yeah,
every single move is gonna
you
matter.
guys, you guys have plenty of scoring. Eric Gordon can give you 15 or 18 on some nights if he's hot because he can get hot from three. So
But he's a bucket
when you think about Doran, I
still.
don't think you should think about his points because I know he averages 9, but that's not the value he's going to give you. He's going to give you really like I said, Dorian is our second best defender after Nick Claxton. He's going to give
And
you
we traded a first round pick for
yeah
Royce O'Neal. I know obviously yesterday's price is not today's price,
yeah
but you like still a guy like Dorian
yeah
is gonna get you a first is a first round value for
yeah
the three. Derrick Jones Jr. is not a first round pick. I mean, if you look at both of them, like
yeah.
they're pretty similar
Very similar.
in terms
This
of
is
like
like a Derrick Jones
averages.
Jr. type move for the Sixers, in my opinion, because Dorian is a really good perimeter defender, and he can guard fours and fives at times. Sometimes he can guard centers because Dorian is so strong and he's 6'8", so he can defend in the post. He's a really good he can defend in the post. Sometimes we did put him against the five. There was a game I remember we played against the Nuggets, and we had Dorian at the five at times guarding Jokic, and he held his own. You know, he was guarding Aaron Gordon and Jokic at times. So that's the type of versatility you need because if you have you this way, if you put Dorian on the Sixers, you have Dorian can guard the big forwards. Then you got Kelly Oubre who can guard the perimeter forwards or the perimeter guards because you know Kelly Oubre is great on the perimeter. So that just I don't understand how Sixers could like, oh no, we're not giving the first for Dorian. Like Dorian is legit on the Sixers, man. I'm not saying you build around Dorian. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying this is a championship move because if you want to compete, if you want to beat Boston, this is the way to do it, in my opinion. So yeah, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, follow us on Instagram at Nets Kingdom One, articles at netskingdom.net. Check out the articles on there. Sixers fans, let us know in the comments. How do you feel about that move? How do you feel about giving up a first for Dorian Finney-Smith? What are your ideal trade packages? And Nets fans, what are your ideal trade packages for Dorian? Are you cool with the 2028? Or you want to protect it or unprotected? Let us know in the comments. It's Nets Kingdom. Appreciate you guys so much. We'll be back.